Have you ever sat there thinking, why am I paying half my income to a government that treats me like a toddler? You know the feeling. You need permission to build on your own land, permission to collect rainwater, permission to speak your mind without being slapped with a misinformation label. You're not crazy and you're not alone. Today we are ignoring the mainstream media rankings. We're looking at the top 5 freest countries in 2026 based on real-world laws, not tourist brochures. We're using the NFH Freedom Framework to answer one simple question. Can a normal person actually live free here? Stick around because the countries you think are free are probably not even in the top 10. Before we rank all the countries, we need to define what freedom actually is. So I decided to set up these 7 NFH freedom pillars. Number 1, freedom of movement. Can you travel by land and drive without carbon taxes or 15-minute city restrictions? Number 2, freedom of choice. Can you homeschool? Can you live rural? Or does the state micromanage your lifestyle? Number 3, freedom of health. No mandates, no coercion, your body, your choice, period. Number 4, freedom of speech. Can you criticize the government without being debanked or arrested? Number 5, financial freedom. Low taxes, no forced digital currency, and the ability to actually keep what you earn. Number 6, privacy freedom. Can you live without a camera staring at you every 10 seconds? And finally, number 7, self-reliance. Can you grow food, collect water, and be independent without needing a permit? I scored every country on a 70-point scale, so let's go have a look and see who actually treats adults like adults. Starting with number 5 and working our way up to number 1. Number 5 on the list is Georgia, not the US state, the country. It's the ultimate budget freedom destination, and it's one of the last places on earth where you can just live. So, why it made the list? Well, it scores a massive 8 out of 10 on movement because of its legendary visa policy. Americans and Europeans can stay visa-free for a full year. No paperwork, just show up. Financially, it's a powerhouse. If you're a freelancer or a small business owner, you can qualify for a 1% tax rate. Yes, 1%. The trade-offs are that it's not perfect. Privacy scores low because data protection is weak. And for self-reliance, it only gets a 5 out of 10 because bureaucracy here can be chaotic. Plus, you have Russia next door, in case you're worried about that. So the verdict is, if you want maximum freedom for every dollar you spend, Georgia is the best deal on earth. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 is a country that is widely misunderstood, Mexico. The media sells you fear, but the reality is a libertarian paradise. The government here is famously incompetent, which for us is a good thing. They just leave you alone. So here are the freedom highlights. Mexico scores a 9 out of 10 on movement. No carbon taxes, no travel restrictions, and you can live there easily. It also hits an 8 out of 10 on choice. Want to homeschool? Go ahead. Want to build a house off grid? Nobody cares. The trade-offs? Privacy is a 5 out of 10. Not because of the government, but because data security is lax. And yes, safety varies by region. You have to be smart about where you plant your flag. So the verdict is, if you stay out of the cartel zones, Mexico offers more personal liberty than almost any Western nation left. Number 3 is the freedom lovers' best kept secret. Paraguay. This isn't a flashy tourist hub. It's a quiet, stable bunker for people who want to be left alone. Why it ranks high? It scores a near perfect 9 out of 10 on financial freedom because they have a territorial tax system and low cost of living. Health freedom is an 8 out of 10. No mandates, no medical coercion. And movement is incredibly easy. Getting residency here is straightforward compared to Europe or the US. The trade-offs? It's a bit sleepy. Infrastructure is developing and you need to be able to speak Spanish. So the verdict is, Paraguay is for the person who wants a plan B, where the government is small, the taxes are low, and the soil is cheap. Number 2 is a global anomaly. It's safe, it's first world, and it respects privacy. It's the Isle of Man. Some freedom highlights. This is civilized freedom. You get a 9 out of 10 on financials, no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax, low income tax, but unlike many tax havens, it scores high on privacy and speech. You have British level safety without UK's insane surveillance state. The trade-offs? It's an island in the Irish Sea, so bring a jacket, and it's not cheap. The verdict: if you have the money and want a Western English-speaking life without the Western government overreach, this is the gold standard. And last but not least, the #1 freest country for 2026 is Panama. Panama hits the sweet spot between modern comfort and a hands-off government. Why it wins? It scores a perfect 10 out of 10 on financial freedom, because the territorial tax system means if you earn money online or from abroad, Panama taxes you 0. Health freedom is a 9 out of 10, no health mandates. Movement is a 9 out of 10. Easy residency, modern travel hub, no weird carbon restrictions. However, there are some trade-offs, of course. It is humid, and if you live in the expat bubble, it can get pricey. So the verdict is Panama wins because it offers the rarest combination in 2026. High stability, modern infrastructure, and the government that actually lets you keep your money and your medical choices. Now I know what you're thinking, where's the US? Where's Europe? Here is the fake free list. Places that look free on Instagram but failed the NFH freedom framework. Sweden, great lifestyle but failed on financials, high tax, and movement, carbon taxes. Canada and Australia failed on movement and health freedom, and the memory of 2020 to 2022 is still fresh. United Kingdom failed on speech. People are being arrested for tweets. That's not really freedom. The UAE or Dubai, financially amazing, but it scores a 0 on speech. You cannot criticize the king. These places are great for a nice holiday, but not good for a freedom strategy. Freedom isn't about finding a perfect utopia. It's about finding a set of trade-offs that you can live with. For me, Panama and Mexico offer the best balance right now. But I want to know what you think. Which pillar matters most to you? Also let me know if you disagree with any of the countries on this list, and if there's perhaps a country that you think should be in the top 5 instead. And if you want to see the worst countries for freedom, the ones you should flee immediately, hit subscribe because that video is coming next.